What actually changes is being able to monitor and routinely understand how therapy is progressing. Not because it's magic, not because it does something that these interventions don't do, but in fact, it's similar to when you go to your GP, you're not feeling well, and they'll take some kind of baseline metrics. How's your temperature? You got a fever? How's your heart rate? Is it elevated or too low? How's your blood pressure? All these things give you indications of where the patient in those settings, medical settings, but for us with an outcome measure, where the client is in therapy. Are they getting better quickly? Are they getting worse quickly? And all this information can be used to have a collaborative, in real-time discussion with your clients about what needs to happen in treatment for their well-being to go up or distress to go down. Put simply, there's 3 stages that hopefully after this training, because here's the irony, you're in training, and if you do nothing from outside here other than think, well, they had some tech issues, but Nathan and Ben have a lovely voice, then nothing's going to happen with your clients. If you take away these 3 pivotal pieces of information and then start to apply them, then you're more likely to have an improvement in your client outcomes overall. So number 1, choose a measure, choose an outcome measure. There is no best one. Sometimes we are perfectionists and we go, what is the absolute best one? For my mind, think about what you bring to therapy, what you in your kind of professional identity think you do in therapy. Are you someone that believes that they improve well-being? Awesome. We've got a well-being measure that you can use. Are you someone that thinks that you decrease distress? Then go for that distress measure. Or are you someone who thinks that you are changing things particular to diagnosis, which is very valid too? If so, OCD measure, borderline personality disorder measures, anxiety measures, the list goes on. And of course, if you really want to measure the alliance, you can do that too. Then choose your frequency. And this is where the routine part of routine outcome monitoring comes in. You heard what Ben does with his frequency. You heard what I do with my frequency. There's not a magic number with frequency either, but what does matter is that you decide the frequency and you stick to it. You know, Ben doesn't decide for some clients that he does it every session, other clients he does it every 3rd session, other clients he does it every 10th session or not at all. Because what ends up happening is that we start biasing all the results. So choose your frequency, whatever works for you, whether it's at every Medicare review, whether it's at every session, whether it's every 2nd session, what works for you. And then choose to stay the course. What inevitably happens with anyone going through this endeavor is they get the logic of it, they understand the research, but there can be implementation issues. And that's, you know, the belief that, oh, I'm a bit tired, this is going to make the session harder. Often it actually makes it easier. It actually gives you the direction to go in. Or it might be that this client's fine, they don't need to be kind of checking in on their therapy progress. Any of these thoughts that come up, or perhaps emotions that come up around anxiety, note them down, reflect on them, and try it anyway.